Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane, and in this video we are going to do a little trip back in time and look at the dividends and options that we received in May. We have not looked at that wrap-up video, and as we finish up the first week of June, I thought we'd take a look at that. And before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch, comment, and like the videos, and a special thank you to those who subscribe to the channel. Well, for those of you who may be stopping by for the first time, on this channel we focus on dividend growth investing. It's not rocket science, in my opinion. The best way to do anything, keep it as simple as possible. So here, it really boils down to consistently investing, buying dividend growth stocks and growing companies with positive cash flow that covers a dividend, and companies with a high return on their invested capital. I utilize both a dollar cost average approach, consistently investing into the portfolio on a week-to-week basis. I also do a portfolio update every Sunday morning, so tune back in tomorrow and check that one out. I also, if I get a bonus or do a side job or something like that, or come into some extra funds, I might do a larger purchase once a year. Typically, whenever I get a bonus is whenever I do that. I do cover all my investments into the portfolio on this channel. I do not have a paid Patreon account. I don't have any other sites I send you to. I'm not trying to sell you any courses. There's nothing to buy here. I may put on the channel in the future maybe some swag, maybe some t-shirts or mugs or some coffee mugs or something like that. But as far as being able to see what I do in my portfolio, there is nothing to pay for. We all have enough to pay for. We all have enough bills that come in every week. So I set up this channel because I am just a regular guy like you. I want to get out of the 9 to 5 or 8 to 4, whatever your work schedule is, grind of the working for the man, so to speak. And in my opinion, the best way to do that is continually buying assets. In my portfolio, I focus on dividend growth investing, buying into companies that pay dividends, and a couple ETFs as well. But if you would like to help out the channel, if you could take a quick second, down below, hit that thumbs up button if you find any value in the content. If you are a dividend growth investor, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the Vested Interest community. Hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell so you're notified whenever we put out any new content. Again, I do these reviews of the monthly dividends and options once a month. I do a portfolio update every Sunday, and I do a stock pick of the day series Monday through Thursdays when the market's open, where we look at a stock that's pulled back on the day. So make sure you ring that notification bell so you're notified whenever we put out any of that content. I really do appreciate that, and a special thank you to all the subscribers out there. The channel continues to grow because of people like you. We are over 930 subscribers now, quickly approaching 1,000, and again, that only happens because you guys watch the channels, you share the channels, you comment, you like, you do all those things down below. It helps to spread the word. It helps to get these videos out to more people. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. So again, thank you so much for that. Now let's jump back into the video. And we will start with the dividends, and then we'll jump over to options here in a minute. But as you can see, dividends started rolling in on the very first day of May. We did receive some dividends from MPW. Now, this usually pays in April, but for whatever reason, I think they maybe reported the dividend a little late. So it paid out on May 1st, but this will typically not pay in the month of May and will be in our April update, and has been since I bought them. But anyways, MPW, Medical Properties Trust, this is a REIT out of the real estate sector, paid us $160.98. CVS, ticker CVS, out of the healthcare sector, paid us $97.94. We have been adding significantly to the CVS position. It really pulled back. Well, it started to rebound a little bit, but it dropped all the way down into the 50s. So we've taken the opportunity over the last month to really add to this position. I think we've been adding 4 to 6 shares a week consistently in the 50s and low 60s. I'm pretty close to 200 shares on this one. I probably won't add a whole lot more. I probably will run it to 200 shares, maybe slightly over if it stays under my cost basis for a couple more weeks, at least to 200, maybe a little over. But this one I am adding to right now. It is also one that I had in my stocks that I'm looking to buy in June video, so go ahead and look at that one as well. Verizon, we have not been adding here. It's briefly dipped into the high 30s a couple times, 38, 39, which is slightly below my cost basis. I would like to add a little bit. So if it drops back into the 30s, I probably will add a little bit here over the next couple weeks. But Verizon paid us $218.31. AT&T, a little over my cost basis, but same thing. If it was to drop back down in the 17 range, I think it's in the $18 range, which is over my cost basis, I might add a little bit here as well. Ticker T, AT&T paid us $102.81, and Verizon and AT&T are both out of the communications sector. We received more dividends on the 14th from Enterprise Product Partners, ticker EPD. This is out of the energy sector, paid as $119.53. I have nibbled on this one a little bit. On the 15th, we received dividends from Realty Income, ticker O, the monthly paying REIT. This one is below my cost basis. Similar to CVS, I'm consistently investing in Realty Income. Not every week, but at least every other week. I've been adding 1 or 2 shares here. They paid us $61.12. Procter & Gamble, haven't been adding here, has been adding us $34.13. Procter & Gamble, ticker PG, is out of the consumer staple sector. Ally is the bank that I use, ticker ALLY, paid us $70.64. Omega Healthcare Investors, ticker OHI, is another REIT similar to MPW, kind of in the same space, paid us $189.73. And here on the 31st, to wrap up the month, Starbucks. This is our newest position in the portfolio, and I am also building this one out. It has bounced back. It was down in the 70s. I think it's back in the 80s now. I'd like to add this one and try to get it to 100 shares. I'm not quite there yet, but Starbucks paid us out our first dividend at $22.80. And again, I probably will run this so long as it stays below $88 per share. Mid 80s or lower, I'm looking to add here. So call it 85, 84, 85 or lower. I think I bought it this week in $82 or $83 range, but I had been getting this in the $76, $77, $78 range here over the last month and a half. And I'd like to get to 100 shares. I think I'm just over 50 or 60 shares here. So a little bit more to get to that 100 shares. And like I said, so long as it stays under 85, around 85 or lower, I'd like to add here and try to run to 100 shares. All total, we received $1,077.99 in dividends. That is a record for the portfolio as far as dividends received in any one month. And overall, the portfolio is getting very close to returning $1,000 plus every month in dividends. So very nice to see. We're not quite to the $12,000 per year in dividends, but we are getting pretty close. I think over the next month and a half, we will be over at least $1,000 per month in dividends. And again, I think this is the record high, or it is the record high for dividends received in 1 month. So very nice to see that. Though I will say, again, MPW would typically not pay out in the month of May. So some of that is the MPW payout that we should typically get in April. But anyways, it will still be pretty close to $1,000 a month going forward here in dividends. We'll see that here next month whenever we enter June. So a quick recap. As you can see here, there's the $1,077.99 we were paid out in May. All total, so far for the year, we've received $3,918.78 in dividends. Very nice to see. I mean, I don't know about you, but I certainly like seeing the money roll in, and I don't know anyone that can't use an additional nearly $4,000. That's how I look at it. Even though I am reinvesting, I do have the DRIP set, so all this money gets reinvested as a company pays out dividends. Those funds go right back in and buy more dividends. So all those companies that you saw on the previous page that paid out dividends, those funds went right back in and bought more shares. But you can see I have it color coded here. So January's payout pays again in April. February's payout was the same one we just got in May, and then March's payout is the same one in June, and then so on and so forth. The white pays out additionally every month, and the only company so far in the portfolio that I have that pays out every month is Realty Income, ticker O there that you saw. So now over to the options. Now options has not been going very well for me with the market kind of being crazy the way it has been this year. I've been pretty conservative on the options plays, and I am not getting as many hits as I typically do or did last year anyway. Much further along last year than I have been this year, but I'm being a little bit more conservative. I don't like it when positions are called away, so that's the reason for the conservative nature of my options approach, and it's just a little bit of extra income into the portfolio. Now, if I was, living off the portfolio, I would probably be a little bit more aggressive on options, but right now I'm in the accumulation phase, so I want to hold on to those positions, try to collect some options premium, dump it back into the portfolio, and build the portfolio out. I don't want those options to be called away and then have to buy back the position, though I am running a wheel, so if a position is called away, I just do a cash secured put. So most of you'll see is covered calls, and then if a position was to happen to get called away, I would do the reverse and do a cash secured put from the funds that I received. The only problem is a lot of times when those options are pulled away, if it's at a higher price and it doesn't drop back down, you have to add additional capital to do that cash secured put. But Anyways, here, as you can see, on May 13th, we had a BABA call, and I've been pretty consistently over the last several months running calls on BABA. I was running Johnson & Johnson and too, but it has really dropped down into the 140s. So that one's another one where I keep throwing out options plays, but I feel like it keeps dropping down and going the wrong way. So those options haven't been hitting the last couple of weeks. But anyways, BABA 513, May 13th, we did a covered call on BABA, ticker BABA, out of the consumer discretionary sector. We received $46.45 there. We did it again on the 20th, and again, we've been pretty much consistently doing the same play over and over again, you know, pretty close to the same strike price, 94, 95 here. We received $36.45 there on the 20th. We did not get either one of those called away, so we're still doing it. I think I ran a BABA options play this week, as a matter of fact. We received $82.90 total, so that gets dumped into the portfolio as well, and that's what I'm doing with the funds. All the funds you see, if I get options, if I get dividends, it goes right back in and buys more shares of the companies in the portfolio. Now here is the options so far. As you can see, we had a real good month in February. Everything else has been, you know, $50 to $80 here, not to April, 169, not doing as well as we did last year in options, not getting as many hits here. The market has been pretty up and down, though it's been, you know, pretty consistently going up the last several weeks. Minus Friday, we had a bit of a pullback here. But anyways, $815.70 so far in 2024 in options. And here is a quick recap anyway. So May cash flow with dividends and options received, if I was to turn off the drip and pull the options premium out, I would have had $1,160.89. So that would pay my car bill, a car note if I had one. That would probably pay my insurance. My truck's paid off, so I don't have a car note. But if you did have a car note, that's the example of some of the bills you could pay. You could pay your utility bills, probably would pay a lot of your rent or mortgage with the $1,160.89. So May cash flow, $1,160.89. Total dividends to date for the year, $3,918.78. Total options, $815.70. And here it is, the total cash flow. Again, if I was to be living off the portfolio, it would be generating $4,734.48 to date. And that would be funds I, again, would be able to pay my bills, utility bills, car note, insurance, gas, food if I needed to, additional income there from the portfolio. Here is the breakdown year over year, month over month. As you can see, the dividends grow over time. Right here is that $1,077.99. So last year at this time, we were making $553.06. That is a 102.22% return year over year. That's astounding. Again, some of that is the medical properties that should have been down here in the April payout month, but that is, even taking that out, it would be, you know, 80+% year over year increase, which is just amazing. It has not been that high in any other month, so really nice to see the growth of the portfolio. And again, you can see that here. We started the portfolio back in 2021, and we actually started it in March. Here we've received $18. You can see the next year was $398, then $632, then $965. So you can see that steady growth. And that growth is me adding capital every week, the dividends paid out, reinvested, and then the last couple years we've been running options and adding the options premium back in. Here for the month of May, you can see back in 2021 we received $64.42 first year. Second year in 2022 we received $315.05. 2023, $553.06, and then again here in the month of May here for 2024, $1,077.99. So you can really see how the portfolio starts to really grow as the capital starts to build up inside the portfolio and the positions get larger and larger. Well, that is really it for this one. Let me know how the month of May went for you. What are you buying right now? Would really be interested to know what you've got your eye on or what you're adding to your portfolio right now. As always, appreciate you stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Join us on this journey to financial freedom. Join the vested interest community. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, opinions, or suggestions for future topics. Again, I do the Stock Pick of the Day series. So if you have a company you'd like me to cover in that series, go ahead and drop it down below and make sure that notification bell is rung so you can be notified whenever that video drops. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget to tune back in tomorrow for the portfolio update, and we will see you in that one. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. You can't lose money. You should never invest any amount you are not comfortable losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice and counsel of a certified financial advisor.